EA Sports. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Denver Broncos. Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right to the air goes Nix. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Nix from the shotgun. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. For the Broncos, it's 7-5 now in the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
First carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way you press the hole, absolutely perfect.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Nick's going to keep this himself. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Nix to the air. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nick's going to keep this himself. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. is to McLaughlin. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
McLaughlin is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
What's good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's the rookie from Alabama. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Cook. Open man is a tight end, Mason Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Ready? A gain of 18 on the play. First down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing, Cook. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Cook. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That play there was certainly a scouting report special because Cover was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Harrison Rivas on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means Jets, they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, here's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On the ground, here's McLaughlin. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 4-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. To throw is Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Right side, and he finds Gray. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
10 at the 30-yard line.
Now it's Nix. They'll set up the screen. It's McLaughlin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A carry from McLaughlin. Oh, nice move. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jaleel McLaughlin with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the ground.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Back to throw. Cook. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. When you look at this Bronco defense, they're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if we can get to it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 18. The Jets, first down. A gain of 18 on the play.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 2nd and 9, Cook. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 23. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cook. Now a run here up, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Cook. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Cook now. Throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
Here's Nix. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. They'll run. It's McLaughlin. A beautiful fake. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Here's Jake Camarda now.
Camarda in punt formation.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Down the left sideline and down to the 19-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free, but we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Cook. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Cook. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Working out of the gun is Nix. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. best starting field position. First and goal from 2 yards out. They'll try to run this one in. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Ready up. Let's go.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets have taken the lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14.
Broncos 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second and 6. Over the middle, complete. That's Franklin. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
A gain of 3, second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down at 7. Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Operating from the gun, Nix. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Captain, hold on a sec. Ready. Olay.
throw now on first down. Nick's going to keep this himself. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Second and 5. Nick's going to keep this himself. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
From the gun on third down, Nix will try and do this himself. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
26-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will tie things at 17-all. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Cook. Play action. And he can't get away from the pressure. Cook goes down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now a 2nd and 10.
79 Bronco, top 60. Let's go. 19, right here. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. 19, tight. 19, tight. Steady.
Back to throw. Cook. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Track him, 60.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great play there. 36 yards.
And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
17. Harrison Davis to kick off.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
You want to see more, but you want to see Saul. Life will slow you down. Your body is acting up. Your mind is out of bounds. It's telling you back it up. You think about thoughts and memories that's adding up. Overseas, you feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you can't have a buzz. You still feel paralyzed above century. Friends just having kids ain't adding up. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a life with no love? What's the use of ingredients with no sauce? What's the use of the physical with no sauce?
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Nix.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now Cook, a final shot before break. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Taken at the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. We'll start at the 32. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
They'll keep it on the ground. Royal. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a give right side. Royal. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. He'll try and do this himself. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Shifts by him. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A huge play there for Denver. 48 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's McLaughlin. And given 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 3. Nick's going to keep this himself. And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Oh, my son! Hey!
Now a handoff up the middle. McLaughlin. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
At the 20-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught at the end. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Oh, my son! Ready!
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Nick's going to keep this himself. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Following the main field goal, Lutz to kick it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Jets take over 1st and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here we go, set!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Looking to throw on second down. Cook.
There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. Down the right sideline.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Cut 19! Cut 19!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Mason Taylor, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Nix.
Looking for Gray and finding him once again.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hold on a sec. Ready. Captain. Drill.
Throwing Nix.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 109 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Nix from the shotgun. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jets are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 3-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 11 now. Back to throw. Cook. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. He'll take it at the 42. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's able to find Miller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Nix to the air. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's McLaughlin. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, here's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Ready, captain, 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 captain.
Looking to throw. Nix. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. He'll try to do it himself.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
R.J. Harvey,
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
and the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point.
They'll try and throw for it. Tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
31, Broncos 26. Will Thomas to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Throwing, Cook. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The offense on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now Cook.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning If he takes care of the ball and his offense, you know, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Throwing on second down. Cook gets it off to Freeman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Oh, no, they lost the football. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there. Chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And at this stage, in the fourth, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8. To throw is Nix. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he gets stopped up at the 41 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Again, it's Harden. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down. This is 4th down. They're going. It's Nix. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. The 20. 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Broncos 26. Harrison Davis to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 18, Pioneer. Go.
Throwing after the interception. Dugan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play.
Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game.
26. Harrison Davis to kick off.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
Boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Duggan will look to throw this. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 16.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Take over.
Duggan now to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
will say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Right side, and he finds Gray. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down.
70 Lions. 60 Wildcat. 60 Wildcat. Panther 11.
Duggan. He'll try to pick it up himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Duggan looking to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw is Duggan. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing, Duggan. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And mark him down.